Hello everybody, today's topic is mutual fund. Now, in my video, I don't expect that after listening to this video, you will have a very good expertise in buying mutual fund. But this will help you to understand what goes on in the mutual fund market. So basically, before starting the mutual fund and what goes on in mutual fund market, first I will show you a PowerPoint and after that I will analysis the market. Now let us start with the PowerPoint. Just a minute. Now it is mutual fund basics and you need to learn how to invest in mutual fund. Now what is mutual fund? You are aware that in equity share is the ownership share issued to some shareholder. And after receiving this equity share, equity shareholders becomes the owner of the share if they hold 51%, more than 51% of equity in that company. But in equity share, you need to make the investment on the basis of your broker advice or through the advice of some friend or otherwise. But mutual fund concept is totally different. Suppose you have 10,000 rupees and you want to invest in mutual fund. So what is the concept of mutual fund? Mutual fund takes 10,000 from you and this fund has a person called fund manager who has expertise in the investment area and he will make the investment for you. He will gauge the market. He will understand that in what direction the market is going, whether it is increasing or declining, and accordingly all the trading strategies will be taken by him. Basically, mutual fund collect funds from you and this fund manager invests the money in various assets and mutual fund this mutual fund manager manage the investment for you. So you don't need to say need to worry that whether your investment is fruitful or it becomes a total loss. You don't need to worry. All the headaches will be taken by the fund manager. Okay. Now let us start with this PowerPoint presentation. Let us start with this. Just a minute. Now what are mutual fund? I have already explained. As you can see, it is a trust that pools the savings of number of investors who shares a common financial goal. The money thus collected in investment is invested in capital market such as share, debenture and other securities. And the income earned through this investment and the capital appreciation realized are shared by unit holder in proportion to the number of units owned by them. Now in mutual fund you have individual unit given to you. Suppose you invest 10,000 rupees depending on the value of NAV, that is net asset value. In mutual fund, there is no share price or other thing. Everything is determined by NAV, net asset value. Means each unit has a NAV, and say if NAV value is per unit NAV value is 500 and 10,000 is your investment. So 10,000 divided by 500 will give you the number of unit that you will have at that time. Now each fund has professional manager and they manage the fund and these are called fund manager. Normally fund manager have wide expertise in the mutual fund market. Normally when you just see a mutual fund scheme, you see the experience of the fund manager and see whether they are new to the firm, they have newly joined or see they are associated with the fund for more than a decade or for a long period. Now the portfolio may be consist of stock, bond, money market instrument or combination of those. So you can see this diagram. Investor pools their money with fund manager, invest in securities, generate return and pass on to the investor. So it's a circular process. Investor pass on their money to fund manager invest in securities and securities generate returns and they give this to investors. Now there are various types of schemes like open-ended scheme. Open-ended fund scheme means you can exit from the scheme at any time without showing any reason. And close-ended scheme means that you need to stay in that fund for a period. There should be a lock-in period of 5 to 7 years or 3 years depending on the scheme, and you cannot withdraw money within that period. And in mutual fund there is a term called entry load and exit load. Entry load means the amount you have to pay to join a mutual fund. Now this entry load, actually most of the mutual fund schemes do not have this entry load, but exit load is there for some schemes. So you have to see carefully this exit load. And another thing is that there is expense ratio or expense percentage, means the amount that you have to pay to, apart from the amount invested. Expense ratio means the amount that you have to pay to invest in this mutual fund. The higher the expense ratio, the higher it would be costlier to you. An interval scheme means a combination of debt and equity scheme. Not debt and equity, sorry. Open-ended and close-ended scheme means it combines both the features of both open-ended scheme and close-ended scheme. Means some schemes you can withdraw the money and in some schemes there will be a lock-in period. It's a hybrid system. So you can see mutual fund, equity fund is there, debt fund is there, balance fund. Balance fund means a mixture of combination of equity fund and debt fund. Equity fund are normally risky. Debt fund is not so much risky, but its return is very low. And apart from this, you will have this type of fund like mid cap, specific, ELSS, etc. Now equity fund I have already explained. Debt fund you know. Balance fund is a combination of debt and equity fund. Now there are various schemes like growth schemes, means there will be a capital appreciation in the value of the NAV. It is called growth, means your capital value will increase. Income scheme means where your dividend, that is the income earning, that return will be high. The return of mutual fund will be high. Now there are other schemes like tax saving scheme. If you invest in those schemes, you will have you can save your tax. Index schemes, index scheme, you know the index, that is the market index. You invest in that index. As you can see, Nifty index is there, then Sensex index is there. It depends. And sector fund scheme. Sector fund schemes means in a particular sector where you have invested the money, like as in case of pharmaceutical, software, etc. So basically you need to see where is the asset allocation. In every mutual fund there is a percentage of asset, there is a table showing this percentage of money has been allocated to this asset or this fund. So you need to see where your money has been invested, and you need to see the professional management and benefit, that is the management team as well as the fund manager. So this is basically the PowerPoint on mutual fund. Now I will show you some websites. First let us see this Aditya Birla. Aditya Birla Sun Life Gen Next Direct Growth Fund. Now you can ask me, sir, what is direct growth fund? Suppose if you invest directly in the company, and here there will be no fund manager, means everything you have to manage. It is called direct growth, direct fund. And in those companies where fund manager is there, it is not called direct fund. Here fund manager will take the responsibility, but in direct fund you have to take the responsibility. And in direct fund you can invest on your own, and in indirect fund you have to invest through some broker. Now you can see that is 46.31 percentage 1 year return. So it is very much high. And mutual fund, there are two types of investment. One is SIP amount, that is systematic investment planning, and another is at one time investment. So you can see minimum SIP amount is 1000. Expense ratio means I have already discussed this amount you have to bear if you invest in this mutual fund. So it is 1%, it is more or less high, it should be around 0.55 or lower. NAV, net asset value, is 120.40. Now one thing to note, NAV value doesn't change throughout the day. At the end, this NAV value will be fixed, and again it will be carried forward to the next day, and again at the end it will be fixed. So you can see fund started on 1st January 2030 and fund size is 1937 crore. Means this is your total asset, that is asset under management, AUM. Now you can see 1 year fund return is this thing. Category average is 44.3. So fund return is higher than the category average, and within this category the rank is 6. It is in the 6th position. So same is for 3 years and 5 years. And since inception it has a return of 17.7%. So much higher than your FD return or other return. So at one time you have to pay 1000, and per month, minimum SIP amount you have to pay 1000. This will be your minimum amount. 1000 you have to invest, and per month it should be 5000. Means if you invest 5000 per month, you can earn an amount of rupees after 1 year back. After 1 year completing 1 year, you can have a total amount of 71 rupees 71,862 rupees 71,862. Let us clarify this again. Minimum SIP systematic investment amount is 1000, and if you invest say 5000 instead of 1000, you can make an amount of rupees 71,862 at the year end. Similarly, one time is also there, one time investment. Instead of making SIP, you can invest at a go at one time. Now it is a comparison between the peers group. It's a comparison, you can see where your fund stands right now. Now this is the most important point, that is the holding analysis. You can see 99% in equity and other percentage are insignificant. Now equity sector allocation, you can see consumer durable, service, automobile, various sectors it is, in various sector it is invested. You need to see one thing, that the more diverse the investment, the better would be for the fund. And you also need to see the alpha and beta of the firm as also the R square. Now what is this alpha, beta and R square? Alpha means, say if I say this fund has a alpha of 2%, and it means that this fund will earn 2% more than the benchmark index. Say benchmark index say is Nifty, so it will earn 2% more than the benchmark index, that is Nifty. And if it is negative 2%, so it will earn less than 2% than the Nifty index. And beta means the how much the fund is volatile to the market. If it is more than 1 means it is more volatile, it is aggressive. It is less than 1 means it is less volatile, and if it is equal to 1, it moves in comparison with the market. Now comes R square. Basically there are three standards of R square, that is 25, 50 and 75. 75 means it is at par with the index, so it is, you can easily correlate it with the index. 50 means it is in medium, not so easily correlated, and 25 means you cannot correlate with the index. So higher the R square, the higher would be to say have a idea that it is highly correlated with the market index, and it better would be for the firm. So you can see top holdings here. The company has invested ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank. So you can see fund manager has done all the tricks. Now who are the fund manager in here? Anil Shah and Chanchal Khandelwal. Now let us see who is Anil Shah. Shah is a BCom, CA and cost accountant. His experience is also there. And Khandelwal has BCom honors and MBA finance. Experience is there, and you can also see for how long he has been associated with this fund. He has a long association with this fund. Now you can see the schemes details also. So basically this you need to see while going through any mutual fund. You can see the curve. It is 1 year given. It is rising. At various time you can see the NAV. NAV is there, and return is also there. And you can see the return at a 1 year end. It is 46.31%. So it is very high. Now let us study another website. This is called Morningstar. Morningstar is the best website where you can analyze any equity share or any fund. Now let us see what is the takeaway of Morningstar about this Aditya Birla Sun Life. So these are the takeaway of Aditya Birla Sun Life. These are the takeaway of Morningstar on Aditya Birla Sun Life. It has been compared with the standard. Holding is also there. Risk and rating, here you can see risk, how much is the risk. You can see standard deviation is 12.78. It is very high, very high. You can see also the Sharpe ratio. It is not given though. You can click on the performance also. It has this much amount of asset base, open ended. You can see the scheme is open ended. Detailed portfolio is there. So you can see the detailed portfolio, asset allocation. So basically this is all about mutual fund. So the main takeaway is that mutual fund is an investment made by fund manager, and the fund manager takes money from you and invest in various type of securities, bonds and other money market instruments. The fund manager takes the pen to invest the amount in various securities, and you don't need to worry about your investment. All the trouble will be taken by the fund manager. And there are two types of mutual fund: direct, where you can invest directly, or indirect, where you have to use some intermediaries like say some brokers, or you can approach the company, or Zerodha is there, Zerodha coin is there. You can use the Zerodha coin to invest in mutual fund. So this is all about my lecture on mutual fund. If you have any question, please write your comment on the comment box and let me know, and your suggestion is always welcome. And if you like my video, don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you. Have a nice day.